Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're unlocking a secret weapon for English learning. It's probably sitting right there in your living room, movies.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, think about it. How did you learn your first language? Probably wasn't from some dry textbook, right?
Right.
You learned by listening, watching, imitating, everything around you, just like babies do before they even see a classroom.
That's exactly it. That's the natural learning process we're really tapping into here for English.
Okay.
Imagine sort of bypassing all those frustrating grammar rules, the endless exercises, stuff that can make learning feel like, well, a chore.
Yeah, definitely felt like that sometimes.
This deep dive, it's kind of your shortcut to understanding how people truly speak English.
How they really speak.
Yeah, the authentic tone, the pronunciation nuances, that natural rhythm, even everyday slang. And it's all delivered in context, which is key. It's about, deep engagement, not just memorizing lists.
So our mission today is basically to show you how to turn your next movie night into a really powerful, effective English lesson, but still fun, right?
Absolutely. Fun is crucial.
We're going to show you how movies can seriously boost your vocabulary, help your pronunciation, sharpen those listening skills, and yeah, without the boring bits.
Skip the dull lessons.
Exactly. So settle in, maybe grab some popcorn, and let's explore the Hollywood way to learn English. Okay, so let's get into it. What is it about movies? What makes watching them so, effective for actually learning a language? It sounds fun, sure, but what's the real power there?
Well, I think one of the biggest things is just exposure to real, authentic English.
Real English.
Yeah, not the stiff, overly formal stuff you often get in textbooks. Movies just immerse you in how native speakers genuinely talk.
Mm-hmm.
You get this wide range of natural accents, British, American, Australian, you name it. And you start picking up the rhythm, the expressions people actually use day to day.
So it's more organic?
Totally.
Mm.
Your brain starts mapping sound to meaning in a way that feels much more natural.
And it's more than just single words, isn't it? Movies kind of lay bare the whole sentence structure in, like, real conversations.
Exactly. You see firsthand how people ask questions casually,
Yeah.
how responses flow back and forth,
Uh-huh.
and even the subtle stuff like how emotions or the situation change the tone of voice completely. It's like a master class in natural dialogue that, textbooks just can't copy.
Right.
And then there's the cultural side. Movies are this incredible window into culture.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
You're not just absorbing words. You're learning about humor, traditions, social norms, the unwritten rules of how people interact.
That makes sense.
Think about it. You might pick up dating vocabulary from a rom-com, or you grasp commands in that quick back and forth from an action movie. Each genre is like its own mini classroom. The context makes the language stick.
Context is everything.
Yeah, studies even show that this kind of contextual learning, watching a story unfold, it activates different parts of your memory, making words stick way faster than just, like, isolated flashcards.
And let's be honest, the huge bonus is just, it's entertaining.
Right.
You're learning, but you don't even really feel like you're studying. You're just pulled into the story.
Exactly. It's immersive, it's comfortable, it's low stress. The learning kind of happens by osmosis.
I like calling it popcorn in progress.
I like that. Popcorn in progress, it sums it up perfectly. A nice, easy way to absorb complex language. Okay, so movies are great, but, and this is really important, how do you choose the right ones for where you are in your learning journey?
Ah, good question.
Because starting with something way too difficult can actually backfire. It just leads to frustration, not progress.
Yeah, I can see that, like jumping straight into, I don't know.
Like The Wolf of Wall Street or something.
Exactly. All that super fast dialogue, tons of slang. If you're just starting, forget it. You just feel lost.
Totally lost.
So you're right. Choosing matters. For beginners, maybe even intermediates, the best bet is probably films with clear dialogue and, crucially, English subtitles.
Yes, English subtitles are key.
They're not just for following the plot, right? They're like your secret weapon for connecting the sounds you hear with the actual written words.
Precisely. And the best places to start are often really accessible. Think animated films.
Oh, like Disney or Pixar.
Exactly. Frozen, Finding Nemo, Moana. They're fantastic. The language is usually simpler, pronunciation is super clear, and the stories are engaging for everyone.
Makes sense. What about, like, more everyday conversation?
For that, sitcoms and dramas are gold. Something like Friends is invaluable.
Ah, Friends. Classic.
Yeah, you hear greetings, small talk, jokes, repeated in different situations. Perfect for building those basic conversational skills.
Repetition helps.
Definitely. And if you want something maybe a bit more formal, or you're interested in, say, British English,
Okay.
series like The Crown or Downton Abbey are great. The English is slower, more formal, gives you a good feel for that pronunciation and culture.
Got it. So the main takeaway here is avoid movies packed with slang or super fast talking when you're starting out.
Please do.
You can get to those later once you feel more confident. Learning English should be enjoyable, right? Not feel like punishment.
Exactly. Keep it fun.
All right, so we've talked about why movies are great and how to pick the right ones. Now, the really practical part, how do you actively use them to learn? Let's break down some strategies, maybe for different levels.
Okay, sounds good. So if you're at the beginner level, like we said, English subtitles are your main tool.
Right. English audio, English subtitles.
Yes, essential for your brain to connect the sounds with the spelling and see how words fit into sentences.
Makes sense.
And I'd really encourage pausing. Pause and repeat short scenes, maybe ones you like or ones you didn't quite catch.
Just repeat them out loud.
Yeah, even just 3 or 4 times. It really trains your ear and your brain, building those recognition pathways. And don't stress about understanding every single word. Focus on basics, greetings, daily actions, common phrases.
Okay, basics first. What about intermediate learners? Ready for a bit more?
Yeah, intermediate level, time to step it up.
Yeah.
Maybe try watching short scenes without any subtitles first.
Ooh, okay.
Challenge the ear. Exactly. Push that listening comprehension. And then there's a technique called shadowing.
Shadowing. Sounds interesting.
It feels a bit weird at first. You pause after a line of dialogue,
Okay.
and then you immediately try to imitate the character's exact tone, rhythm, pronunciation, everything.
Like mimicking them.
Kind of, but it's more than just mimicry. It actually bypasses your conscious brain, the part worrying about grammar rules, and it directly trains your mouth muscles and your auditory feedback. It's like strength training for speaking.
Oh.
Helps you sound much more natural.
Wow, okay. Shadowing. I like that.
And another thing for intermediates, keep a notebook, a dedicated movie vocabulary notebook.
Good idea.
Jot down useful phrases, idioms, anything cool you hear. Reviewing them helps you notice patterns and actually start using them.
Okay, notebook. Got it. What about advanced learners?
For advanced learners, the game changes a bit. It's less about just understanding the words and more about grasping the nuances.
Nuances like?
Emotion, sarcasm, humor, cultural references. Can you catch that subtle joke? Or recognize sarcasm just from the way someone says something.
Ah, okay. Deeper understanding.
Exactly. And challenge yourself to imitate actors more closely, line by line, especially in really emotional scenes. It helps you sound more natural, more expressive. You can even turn scenes into little role plays. Memorize some dialogue, act it out. Alone, with a friend, record yourself. It makes it active, fun, and really helps it stick.
So across all levels, the key is start where you are, keep it fun, and build up gradually, scene by scene.
That's the core idea, active engagement.
And using the right tools can really help turn that passive watching into active learning, right?
Absolutely. Tools can streamline the whole process.
Okay, let's talk tools then. What are some practical resources people can use? I know one I've found really useful is Language Reactor.
Oh yeah, Language Reactor is great.
It's that Chrome extension for YouTube and Netflix.
Yeah.
Gives you dual subtitles.
Right. English and your native language side by side. It's fantastic because you can instantly pause on a word, see the meaning, even save it.
Yeah, it makes checking things so much easier, less disruptive.
Exactly. It deepens the learning without constantly stopping the flow. And for pronunciation help, Youglish is amazing.
Youglish? How does that work?
You type in a word or a phrase, and it finds real YouTube videos where native speakers are using it naturally.
Oh, wow. So you hear it in actual context.
Instantly. Loads of examples. It's brilliant for hearing how words really sound in conversation.
That sounds incredibly helpful. And just a reminder, on Netflix itself, make sure you're using the English subtitles, not your native language ones, if you really want to maximize the benefit.
Crucial tip. That visual link to the English words is so important.
Definitely. What else? Any other tools?
Another really powerful one is Anki. It's a digital flashcard app.
Flashcards. Like old school?
Well, yes and no. It uses spaced repetition. It's smart.
Spaced repetition.
Yeah, it's based on the science of memory, the forgetting curve. Anki shows you a word or phrase just before you're likely to forget it. It really optimizes long-term retention, makes those new words actually stick.
Okay, Anki. Smart flashcards. Got it.
And don't forget the simple voice recorder on your phone.
Ah, good point. For the shadowing practice.
Exactly. Record yourself shadowing movie lines, then listen back. It's maybe a bit cringy at first,
Uh-huh, probably.
but it's so helpful for self-correction. You can really hear where you need to improve your pronunciation or rhythm. You track your progress.
Simple but effective. So these tools really help bridge the gap from just watching to actively learning.
They really do.
Okay, let's make this super practical. Can we walk through an example, maybe using a specific movie line?
Sure. Let's take that powerful line from The Pursuit of Happiness. You know the one.
Oh, yeah. Where Will Smith's character tells his son.
Hey! Don't ever let somebody tell you you can't do something, not even me.
Right. Powerful line. Okay, so how would someone break that down using these techniques?
Okay, step one, just listen. Watch that scene once without any subtitles. Focus on the feeling, the tone, maybe catch a key word or two. Don't worry about understanding everything.
Just get the vibe.
Exactly. Step two, watch it again, with English subtitles this time. Now your brain connects the sounds with the written words. You see the structure. Don't ever let somebody tell you.
Okay, listen, then watch with subs.
Step three, pause and repeat. Pause after each phrase. Don't ever let somebody tell you. And say it out loud. Try to match his pronunciation, his speed, and really importantly, the emotion behind it.
Imitate the feeling.
Yes. And notice that structure. Don't ever let somebody tell you. That's a useful chunk of language you can use elsewhere.
Learn the pattern. Got it. What's next?
Step four, shadowing. Try speaking along with the actor. Say the line at the same time he does. Do it a few times. It feels awkward, but it builds that natural flow and rhythm into your own speech.
Speak with him.
It makes the line feel natural, like something you could actually say.
So doing all this, it's not just passively watching anymore, is it? It's like you're training. Training like an actor, maybe? Or a speaker.
Exactly. Like a communicator. And look, even just a few focus minutes doing this on one or two lines, it adds up. It makes a real difference over time.
Small steps, big progress. Okay, that makes sense.
Now, while this is a great method, it's easy to fall into some common traps,
Yeah.
right? Things that can kind of sabotage your learning.
Yeah. The pitfalls. Good point. What should people watch out for?
Well, I think you hit on the biggest one earlier, just passive watching.
Right. Just sitting back, letting it wash over you like regular TV time.
Exactly. That won't get you very far. You have to approach it, at least sometimes, as a focused learning session, even if it's just for 10, 15 minutes within the movie.
Treat it like study time, but fun study time.
Kinda, yeah. Another big mistake is not actually speaking out loud.
Oh, just reading the subtitles or listening?
Yeah. Lots of learners feel shy or just don't bother repeating or shadowing. But that directly hinders your speaking skills. Your mouth, your vocal cords, they need that practice, that muscle memory.
You got to make the sounds yourself.
You absolutely do.
Okay, what else? I guess not actually learning the new words.
Precisely. You hear a cool new phrase, you understand it in the moment, but then you don't write it down, you don't review it.
So it just disappears?
Poof, gone. You need to actively capture that new vocabulary,
Yeah.
write it down, put it in Anki, whatever works, and review it later. It's not enough just to recognize it once. You need to own it.
Own the vocabulary. I like that.
And finally, circling back to what we said earlier, choosing movies that are just too hard for your level.
Right. Setting yourself up for failure.
Yeah. If the dialogue's flying by too fast, if it's packed with slang you don't know, if it's super complex,
Yeah.
you're just going to get frustrated and probably give up. Start simpler, build confidence.
Avoid the frustration factor.
Definitely. So yeah, avoid those mistakes. Passive watching, not speaking, not capturing vocab, and picking movies that are too tough, and your movie learning journey will be way smoother and much more effective.
Makes total sense. Avoid the traps. Focus on the process.
So beyond just avoiding mistakes, are there any extra tips, like bonus strategies to get even better results?
Always looking for bonus tips. Yeah, absolutely. One simple but really effective one is that movie vocabulary notebook we mentioned.
Right, the notebook.
Be consistent with it. Don't just write words down. Make it a habit to review them. And here's the key part. Try to use them. Slip them into your own speaking or writing practice. That active recall really cements them.
Using the new words, that's crucial. Another thing, make it social if you can.
How so?
Practice speaking scenes with friends or find a language partner online. Acting out a dialogue together, even if it's silly, makes it way more fun and seriously helps with memory.
Learning with others. Good idea.
That social interaction, getting feedback, it's powerful.
And what about pronunciation again? We mentioned shadowing, but anything else?
Really focus on imitating the actors. Don't just repeat the words. Pay super close attention to how they say them. Their intonation, the musicality of the language. their rhythm, where they pause.
Oh, little details.
Yeah, mimicking those details is how you start to sound more natural, more authentic. Train your ear and your mouth.
Ear and mouth training. Got it.
And one more practical tip.
Yeah.
Maybe watch the same movie twice.
Twice. Okay. Why?
The first time, just watch it for fun. Relax, follow the story, enjoy it.
Okay. Normal movie night.
Right. Then watch it again, maybe a few days later, but this time with your learner hat on. Pause, repeat, focus on specific scenes or dialogue, take notes. Separate the pure enjoyment from the focused study.
Ah, I see. Best of both worlds. Enjoyment first, study second.
Exactly. It takes the pressure off the first viewing.
These are great tips. So basically, if you love movies, you've already got this amazing, super enjoyable tool ready to go for mastering English.
You really do, just need to use it actively.
So, wrapping things up then, learning English with movies. It's not just some gimmick, is it? It's actually a really entertaining, really effective way to get those practical, real-world language skills.
Absolutely. It takes something you probably already enjoy, passive entertainment, and turns it into active skill building. Scene by scene, word by word.
Yeah, until speaking English starts feeling more natural, more a part of your everyday life.
Right. And it makes you think, doesn't it?
Mm.
How could using entertainment, like movies, reshape not just how we learn languages, but maybe our whole approach to learning new things, engaging with different cultures?
That's a really interesting thought.
When learning gets woven into the enjoyable parts of our lives,
Yeah.
the potential for just continuous growth, continuous learning, it really becomes kind of limitless, Something to think about.